It sucks trying to off the job. Okay, let me see. Hang on. Where is he? There he is. How you doing, Rob?
Doing all right. How's it going?
All right. I just went live.
All right.
Yeah, and yeah, we're snowed in up here. So I thought I was in New York. I'm telling you.
Oh
We
yeah.
had 8 to 9 inches of snow on the ground. You know, then we had freezing rain, and it froze, and in the forecast, it's not going to get above 30 for the next 7 days. The ice and snow ain't going anywhere. At least they finally got the roads clear after 2 days. We didn't see a plow. We didn't see a plow here for 17 hours.
Wow.
You know? But then when we did see it, it was a farmer in a skid steer, clearing the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but besides, yeah, go on.
8, 9 inches here. Some people would be, a little shocked, but most of us aren't. It's no big deal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I lived in Rhode Island, it was no big deal. But I'm in southern Indiana now.
Yeah. They probably got 2 plow trucks? No.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. This is the biggest snow that we've had since I've lived here. In the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Go out driving in it, do some donuts or something.
Oh yeah, I got the old 4-wheel drive. I used to drive up in Rhode Island. Hell, I drove up in Maine where they didn't even start plowing till it got 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, driving it's no problem. The old 97 Ford F-150, done beautiful.
Good.
So yeah, but overall, it hasn't been too bad. Luckily, we didn't lose power here. Some of the people, down the road in the other town and stuff did for a few hours, but all we had here was just a sort of that flash where all the clocks go off and you got to reset them.
Uh-huh.
But not enough to do anything. But that's about it. So anyway, why we're getting people in the room now? So let me introduce my panelists for tonight. So far, we've got New York Outcasts. How you doing?
Doing okay. Hello, everybody. Good to see you, people. Or hear you're there. I can't see the chat, but thanks for joining us.
They're here. But all right. First in the room tonight, a blast from the past. Echoes Reloading Chamber. You remember he used to be in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
So then Tony York, Chris from the 740, Raphael is here. Ron 2A Matters. Yeah, they're all starting to come in now. So there we go. All right. That's good. So actually, I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I was going to the gun store, but the gun store didn't have any electricity yesterday, so it didn't open. And it didn't have any electricity this morning, but they got a generator hooked up and that was going, but they ran out of gas, so the power went back out, so they had to close.
Wow.
So luckily I didn't make the drive down there, But anyway, I called them up. When was it? Thursday or Friday. I said, you carry a CFE 223 powder. Yeah, I think so. Oh, we might have a pound or two in the back. I said, do you know for sure? No, I'm pretty certain. I said, okay. I said, any idea, ballpark, how much it is? He goes, well, that's at the other end of the store. You know, I'm a
Real
real helpful
helpful.
guy here, you know.
Yeah.
I said, well, he said, but I think it's around $52 a pound. He goes, thereabouts. I said, okay. And he says, all right, no problem. Goodbye, and hung up on me.
Wow.
Oh, you know, but anyway,
Best customer service these days. So it
yeah,
seems like some people just don't want to do their job. So
yeah, yeah. Hey, Jacob is in the room. Yeah, well, anyway, I found it for $45 at Midway USA. Same powder, right? Now, plus with buying a couple of other items, right? You had to spend $149 to get free shipping,
uh,
right? I was going to spend that much anyway, right? But I thought, well, let's take the powder off because I'll buy it from the local store, even though it's, $8 more or whatever. But the shipping was about $15 to mail it. What few items I did have on there.
yeah.
So I put the powder back on, free shipping. Hazmat was $15. So I thought, well, hell, pay the hazmat, no shipping. I'm sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Evened itself out.
Yeah. Catch
So I went
22.
ahead and
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know.
I went ahead and bit the bullet. Of course, they're telling me it should have been here yesterday. They're telling me it's going to be here today. They're trying to tell me it's going to be here tomorrow. That's physically impossible because the post office is closed. Oh no! Actually, it could be
Yeah.
because
I
it
think they
comes by
still run
UPS and it's
deliveries.
got powder. The United States Post Office won't ship powder, so it's coming by. It's coming normally. What UPS drops it off at the post office, then the post office finishes off the delivery. But because it has powder in the same box, UPS will deliver it all the way. So I might get it tomorrow, like they're claiming, But the weather's held everything up for a day or two, unfortunately. So that's where we're at so far. So
My weather's been horrible. Well, it's been normal. It's been what it should be. So we've had it really well up until, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I guess. But it's been nicer than usual up till a few weeks. So it finally hit the switch, and now it's cold.
yeah,
Feels like 9 below. Feels like 14 below. The temperature is like, I don't know, 16, 17, 9 here and there. So.
well, it's going to be that kind. We're getting that kind of temperatures at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
In days it's low 30s. It hasn't hit. I mean, it's hasn't gone. It's not planning on going above 30 during the day for the next 7 days. 32 is freezing, so it's going to be below freezing for the next week.
Yeah.
But hey, I used to live it up there north. I can handle it. I don't like it, but I can handle it.
Yep. Yeah, it's basically me. So bundled up, man. Bunch of layers. I look twice as thick as I am. Do all the damn clothes I got on outside. So, but working out yesterday, damn near cut my finger off, but didn't, thankfully. So
yeah. Well, I'm not working out in the code, but many years ago when I was meat cutting in England, I was cutting frozen lamb. They're big lamb eaters in England, right? I was cutting frozen lamb. I mean, I had about 15 of them to cut. So I was cutting them so my hands were getting frozen. And I was cutting them. I was splitting the loins on the bandsaw.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through it. and I didn't even notice it. Then I went through the next one. Then I saw blood all over the bandsaw, and I'd taken the very tip of my thumb off.
Wow.
And didn't even feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once I noticed the blood pouring out of it, I felt it.
Yep. Yeah.
That was a rush job to the hospital.
Yeah, I didn't feel much yesterday when I got myself, so it's using a diamond tip blade on angle grinder, cutting through like steel siding.
Yeah.
Up on a ladder in the dark, freezing my ass off, but ended up like just finished making a cut and then put my hand down and I caught my other hand that was holding on to the ladder, so it went right through the glove, tore that up, hit the skin, and thankfully I kind of realized as it was happening, pulled it away, and no shit, like I don't know, I think it was last summer I posted a picture of where I cut myself last time with the same damn tool, different type of blade, but yeah, so I'm like
using that tool.
Yeah, I went right on top of like the same scar, basically. Like, yeah, so like, oh man, but I got lucky, so it only went like maybe an eighth of an inch, barely anything this time. So it's like nothing. Yeah. Last time the glove and everything melted all into the cut because it was like a cut off blade, so it kind of burns through. Yeah. And yeah, I had to like pick nylon and shit out of my cut, like rip it all out because it instantly kind of bonded all in.
You were just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, man, it's probably just part of the job, you know.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's what you get for not paying attention sometimes. So.
Tony York says, "Did you sell the bloody lamb?" Well,
that's funny. I was going to ask that too.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, he did.
I rinsed it off under the cold water. Threw a bucket. I mean, I didn't. My employee, my work colleague there, threw a bucket of water over the bandsaw to clear the blood off the top of it. You know,
kept rolling.
And when I got back from the hospital, all the lamb had been cut and packed, so I didn't see any in the trash can. So I'm assuming he rinsed it off and sold it. Yeah. Oh, Jacob. You can't see the chat, can you?
No.
Oh, Jacob says at Rural King, the 410 lever action that I'm after, the one I was after, the G-Force, right? On discount for less than $400. You know? Damn. But I can't afford it right now, so I can't even afford to. I couldn't even afford to put it on layaway right now. You know, I'm still finishing in my 308 bill. Yeah, the 308's shootable because I shot it last month. But I had this month was all the reloading supplies, like the dyes, the powders, and the primers and all that stuff. So that was in my budget for this month. So but I said the 410 is still on my list, but above it was the suppressor for the AR-15. You know, but if I could get it for that kind of price, it might jump ahead of the queue again. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. So, what I want to know, I know I try to stay away from politics nowadays, but we're giving out medals of freedom to the Benghazi butcher, Hillary. You know, you see, Biden gave her a medal, and George Soros, giving her a medal of freedom.
I didn't know.
I think he even mentioned Benghazi in his little speech of what great work she's done. You know, really made a mockery of the 4 people who died over it while they were out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what.
it's pretty messed up. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
the way things seem to go these days. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like that. It's once it's done, it's done. Well, not that. As far as like the presidential pardon thing he did there for his son.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just not a fan of them doing this. I guess so.
yeah. And you see what he said about it today. A reporter, I think he done an interview, sort of like um, a what's the word for it when you leave a job? They interview you for whatever. I can't. There's a special term for it, and I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, they asked him about the pardon, and they go, "Do you know you set a president for other presidents to use this?" He goes, he says, "Well, he says I believe in what I said about pardoning him, but two factors came up." And he said, "I hope other presidents don't use it." I thought, but it's all right for you to use it, but nobody else. Is that what you're trying to say? But his reasoning is why he pardoned him was that he paid back the taxes that he owed, right? And the second thing was he said on the gun charges, nobody was ever charged for filling out the 4473 wrong. He's full of shit. People have been charged for filling that out wrong, but that
Yeah.
was the two.
Plus, yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna say. Plus, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're supposed to kind of lead by example and whatnot. And him being in a position that he is, he shouldn't be giving any lenience to anybody in his circle. So I don't know. And
Yeah,
despite that, what about the whole laptop thing? I mean,
yeah, I know.
pictures of questionably underage girls, bunch of drugs, guns. I mean, all this type of shit.
Well, it's
That was
the
me
Biden
on there.
Empire, you know.
I'd be in prison for that shit. So,
Oh yeah, but then
and
again,
that's
you,
obviously
yeah,
the dealings overseas. I mean, if the average person did any of this shit, they'd have a problem. But
yeah, yeah.
it's
Now,
okay for him.
well,
That's
oh
just
yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like the fact that supposedly nobody can go back on it. Once it's done, it's done. As far as that with the pardons, but I don't think it should ever be a blanket pardon. It should be for this specific thing or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically, if the guy ran over somebody and we haven't heard about it yet, he's just off clear. All high and killing somebody. Yeah, no problem, no problem.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
But
this is ridiculous. I
yeah,
don't. Yeah,
yeah. But a lot of I think
it's a
that
bunch of
pardon was
bullshit.
mainly for Joe himself, for he can't be tied up in any wranglings they find out about Hunter's business dealings.
Yeah,
Big guy.
probably, but that's just more of a reason it shouldn't be a thing, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
can't. It's not a matter of national security. It's a matter of
yeah,
covering your ass. There's a difference.
yeah. But personally, if it was his other son, the one that died, was having this trouble, he would have pardoned him ages ago, and he would throw Hunter Biden under the bus. I mean, his son that died was the apple of his eye. You know what I'm saying? Hunter was a pain in the ass. That's the impression I get anyway. So,
Yeah. Well,
uh,
you know what they say, only the good die young, I guess. So.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So who? Oh, G23 is in the room in the chat there. So there we go. And all right. So anyway, where was I going with this? Anyway, I said I don't want to talk politics too much, so I'm going to move on. because politics just gets me upset, and I get loud. I'm loud as it is, but I just get louder and louder. I'm trying to stay calm nowadays, so there we go. Oh, but I got something. I mean, like, my plan on over the last few months of doing this build, like, I bought powder, I bought some other stuff. I spent another couple of $100 on pieces and bits and pieces, which includes reloading stuff in that thing. But and of course I'm moaning about it, spending all that money. And one of my friends, acquaintances, I won't say friends, acquaintances, said, well, you know how the old saying, buy once, cry once, right? And get it done and over with. I understand the sentiment behind that statement. And okay, I buy once and cry once, but the problem is it takes 2 or 3 months to catch up on what you spent. Not unless you've got to, overtime or have you earn a very good wage, can you make it up that fast? My philosophy is I would only do it now. I don't borrow against my bills. You know what I'm saying? I pay my rent and my electric, and if I have a roof over my head, those get paid no matter what. What happens is if I want to buy something else and it's a lot of money, that's where I bulk at the buy once, cry once. Because if I buy it and I cry, what in the hell do I live on for the next 20 odd days?
Live on those tears. You got to bottle them up and drink them down, I guess. Recycling.
So
I get it too. I mean, in some cases, but it's a choice that's different for everybody. Are you willing to make that sacrifice? So as long as you think about it and make the choice, I mean, that's the problem. A lot of times it's easy to make the choice, but it's harder to get through the sacrifice. You bitch and moan, you make excuses, you complain to your friends online, but you made the damn choice.
I know.
And especially some of your friends was like, what the hell are you doing, man? You can't afford the ammo for that. What's going on? Why don't you get something more practical? And then then they tell you, like, I told you so.
You're right. Yeah.
But no, some things it's worth it though. I mean, especially if it's something you're going to use a lot, like, it's better to get good stuff, in some cases. But at the same time, other times, you just might not be able to justify swinging it,
Yeah. Well,
you might like the number one or top one, but the third one will get you through.
Yeah, but I'm crying again. I went and bit the bullet. I'm having buyer's remorse now.
Well, you send it my way.
That's all right. I bought it now, so I might as well use it. You know what I mean? But luckily, one of my friends, not acquaintances, one of my friends actually gave me some primers, large rifle primers. He goes, here's a couple, just 2 little 100 primer packets, 2 of them. So he gave me a couple of 100 primers to get me started. I thought it was very nice of him. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So I'm on my way. I think this should be it. No, I lie. I got one last thing to buy for it. And that is the off. I wasn't going to, but I changed my mind. I'm going to again now. Is my 45 degree iron sights. I mean, that's a heavy rifle. I said to turn sideways and shoot it, you know. But if shit hits the fan, I might need those iron sights, you know. So I'm going to put them on there. I doubt if I ever use them, but I think it look kind of cool with them on there too. You know, you gotta consider the cool factor. You know, with my designated marksman rifle. You know, just saying. You know, I don't know the people who have got their cameras on; they can see it behind me on top of my toolbox there. That's the looks kind of good up there, don't it? Yeah. So that's that. Let's get that one out of the way. Done enough talking on that. You know, if anybody wants to know any questions about it, they can email me, and I will gladly answer what I know, and I don't know a lot. Oh, G23 said, I bought my wife a Colt Python for her birthday. Now that's what I call love.
No, that's what you call smart, because he really wanted the Python, but he figured, well, it's her birthday, so let me just buy her one, and then
he'll use it more than she will.
I can play with it.
Yeah. I didn't think of it that way. I was trying to be the gentleman type thinking on it. But you got a point there. Buy it for her, but I'll use it. I'll make sure, you got to work it. Otherwise it just might seize up sitting there.
Yeah,
and when you need it won't work. So I can understand that. You have to take it down to the range every time he goes out to make sure it's still in good working order.
Yeah, just in case the wife needs it.
Tony says, why is the barrel so short? Oh, he's talking about my rifle. He reckoned I should have got a 24-inch barrel for it, but I got a 22. So, yeah, Tony's been giving me a hard time on the afternoon chat about the length of the barrel I chose for my build. So that's what he's going on about there. But yeah, now back to G23 and his buying his wife a Colt Python. You hit it right on the head. He bought it technically for himself, really. Just used that as the excuse to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
He's too cheap to buy her flowers.
Yeah.
But he'll buy her a Colt Python.
Yeah.
It's all about priorities.
Oh, Patriot in the dark's in the house. He says, good evening, gentlemen. And Rob,
Good evening, Patriot.
I haven't seen you for a while either. So good to see you. So, yeah. Did I get that one on my list? Yeah, I got that one too. So, yeah. So, going to do since I didn't do it last week, I got the quiz going on. Do the drawing this week and the new question for this month's quiz. So, I did mail your package there, Jacob, with the snow and stuff and the delays. I don't know when you're going to get it, but I did put it in the mail. I did take it to the post office the other day. So, just wanted you to know. So, there we go. You took care of that. Anyway, what's next on my list here?
Well, speaking of deliveries, I ordered a thing through the mail, a single din kit for my car stereo or whatnot, but basically ordered this, supposed to be here today, and of course it's not here today, and they're saying should maybe be here tomorrow.
And ain't gonna be here tomorrow. No, he's coming from the post office.
Yeah, I was told. What was it 2 days ago? It would be here yesterday, even though today was the actual date. And then they're like, "Oh, well, we're still within our time, and it should be there today." And then it's not today, and now it's looking towards tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
And
now,
you look at tracking, and they're like, "Yeah, it's moved to another facility." It doesn't tell you where, nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
not like the stuff I've,
Is it from Is it from
amazing
UPS or FedEx, or is the post office sending it?
It's post office.
Well, tomorrow all post offices are closed in the country.
Yeah,
because of the old Jimmy Carter. He declared it a day of mourning. Biden did. So he's all sort of post office federal employees and shit are off tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's quite a delay because that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, waiting. G23 just typed his response to you and talking about making up excuses.
Oh, right? Okay. Yeah, let me put my boots on. Yeah, hold on. Let me get my boots on.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. All right.
Okay.
Right. That coat python will still be worth money. He's got dollar signs in 5 years. Why the flowers will be dead in less than a week. That's how he's justifying it.
Gosh, this guy, he's something. I mean, for one, he probably bought like the newer colt python. He probably didn't track down an old original. It's got some character and desired. He probably just went for the new shiny thing. So yeah, it's like dime a dozen these days. So I don't know. I guess you can say it's got value.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as worth as much as an original python.
Exactly. Yeah. It wouldn't have the same feeling with it either. I don't know. Yeah. But if he wants to be like Rick, that's fine. Not you, Rick, the other Rick, the Walking Dead Rick. I mean,
oh, okay.
I expect him to get a crossbow next. I mean, unless he's got a problem with that dude. What's his name? Dale or something? I don't remember. But crossbows are pretty badass, dude. So just saying. But anyway, yeah. So in flowers, there's all types of flowers, man. There's wooden flowers, there's glass flowers. Got my lady a nice glass flower from Corning Museum of Glass. Yeah, sits up on a shelf. I mean, it's there forever. Looks damn nice too. So, I mean, you could think outside the box, buddy. I mean, you could buy her flowers and then judge how much she loves you. Are those flowers dead in a week? Just because you get flowers, it doesn't mean they can still be planted.
Yeah.
Or potted flowers you could buy as well. So yeah, that's something. I mean, this is all just a bunch of crap. That's why I put the hip waders on, because I knew it was going to be deep. I knew
it. Oh, damn. Sorry, I got interrupted here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's see what he says here. Let's see. Brand new stainless steel with night sights and G10 grips. That's what G23 is saying. Patriots bought 2 new barrels for his Bond Arms Derringer. I figured I'd do another gun project since YouTube is screwing me anyway. Well, there you go. Yeah. They're talking about that. Not YouTube, but that I'm suspicious of Facebook saying he's going to change things and all this, more freedom and stuff. And I read it. I read his little blurb. he put out in the video, but he actually wrote it as well, right? I didn't hear him mention Second Amendment shit. Does that fall under the stuff that he's still going to scrutinize? You know, like terrorism and shit like that. Does that fall into that category still?
I got no idea, man. I'm not a Facebooker. I don't know. I've never had an account. I couldn't tell you. If you want to know what's up, send me an email or call if you got my number. But other than that, I don't really care in most cases. So.
G23 says, pretty sure New York Outcast is sponsored by Big Flowers in capital letters.
That's right. Mother Nature herself.
Guns and Barbecue says a real man would get a coat of anaconda. Oh, dear. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Black Mamba model to come out. So.
Yeah, they haven't had one of those, have they?
Nah, I guess it's not as catchy. I don't know.
No.
Maybe it doesn't sound as badass or something. I don't know. Yeah.
No. Actually, I think that would be a quite cool name for a gun, actually. But especially if they do it, in a real sort of like dark color as well, to go along with the name. That would be good. That would look kind of good, actually. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have people, run surveys on things or something. I don't know.
Maybe they wouldn't buy so many of those. I don't know. So.
I don't want the other snakes feeling intimidated or something. I don't
know. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, what is there? How many snake guns they got? About 5? 4 or 5?
I don't know. Damn it! You shouldn't say anything. You should use that as a quiz question. That's a decent one. I got no clue.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
Guns
like
and Barbecue said they had plans for a Black Man model, but they went up in flames in a horrific helicopter crash. Kobe. Too soon? Yes, that was too soon. Oh, there's some sick people in this chat, I tell you. You say Tony says too many morons would think it was a black mama and coat racism.
You're probably right. Yeah, we certainly got to deal with a lot of stupid these days. So
yeah.
Man, one of the biggest things that got me was the whole paper bags or brown bags are racist or something. People were saying that's just cracks me up. Like, it's a freaking paper bag.
Oh, I know.
We're supposed to dye them now and make it. I don't know. It's just man. There's a lot of stupid going on. That's all I can say. A lot of stupid out there.
Yeah, there seems to be more of it every day. It really is. I'm just hoping, as we were saying last week, things are going to change, but it's going to take time. Don't get all bent out of shape if what your pet thing hasn't happened, by the 21st of January. Give it time. That's what I got to say. Because, I think the prices of stuff will go down because the price of fuel will go down. So transporting it will make it cheaper. Unless the big corporations are saying, screw the people, our shareholders come first and we want more money for the shareholders, then the prices won't drop.
That's the side I'm on. I don't think prices are dropping. Yeah. So Rick's saying they will. I'm saying they won't. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah.
They're too damn greedy these days.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the only way personally, it could have. I mean, if people had more, if taxes go down, basically people got to have more expendable money in their pocket for people to buy stuff. If they got more money, the higher price doesn't seem to bother them so much. If there's more expendable cash in your wallet, from what I can figure, but I did make a decision today. I did make a decision today. I was blaming all the high prices on the Krona, right? But it wasn't. It was goddamn Biden's policies that brought our high prices and shutting the country down. That's what screwed us up.
Blowing up the gas lines.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We didn't publicly do that, did we? Is that public yet? Probably not.
No, I don't know if it is or not. Tony said, well, it took to the third year of his first term for the prices to bottom. Yeah, it takes time for that all to come together, and he's got to do it fast this time because he's only got 4 years to do it in. But I think this might be one of those rare times. If things go good, this might be one of those rare times when the next election comes, the Republicans will win again. Because right now, the Democrat Party is in disarray. And I think it's going to take them a while to get back, personally myself. But how did we get on to politics again? Did I steer it that way, or did you?
Shit, I might have said something then.
Yeah, see, you got me going again, So I'm not going. I don't want to talk about it. Politics. Because I get to, unless you guys want me to start talking about politics again and get worked up like I used to. If you guys really like that, let me know. I don't mind doing it, but I stopped because I didn't think people liked it. Plus, I was getting myself all flustered at times. But I stopped doing it because I didn't think people liked it. What's that? Is that a chocolate dessert?
Yes, it is.
I only caught a glimpse of it because I wasn't really looking at the screen. Did I have cherries on it?
Raspberries.
Raspberries.
Chocolate raspberry cake.
That's what I thought. That looks good.
Oh my goodness, man. It is good. It is damn good.
Well, what happened to you eating salads?
I still eat right, but I eat right so I can justify eating like this too. So, And then I always stay active. So, yeah, that helps as well. So, even when I'm sitting at home on a show, I'm pacing around doing stuff. I don't just sit down, watch TV, play video games, or jerk off all day.
Yeah. Oh, G23 on the politics. He said it's all you, Rick. It was Rick's fault that ended up on politics. That was Guns and Barbecue. What you got? Tony said, oh, it's funny that Fetterman seems to be the sharpest tool in the left shed. Yeah, he's been saying some stuff that hasn't made him very popular with his own kind. Somebody made a comment the other day. Somebody I know was saying, did he just run as a Democrat just to get elected? But he's actually a Republican in sheep's clothing type thing. I don't know. I doubt it. You know, I think he's the old Democrat sort of thinking, his policies. But anyway, but anyway, back to what I was saying on the politics. I was getting to the point where I thought you guys didn't like it. I don't know what made me think that, but for some reason it came across to me that, well, maybe you guys aren't, you're getting tired of all, my ranting and raving. That's why I cut back on it. So, but if you guys want me to do that kind of stuff, I'll do it again. I don't mind. It's easier to find topics to talk about. So, what was I going to mention? There was something I was going to mention. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Well, I was having a discussion with the afternoon crowd about loading powder. I'm not going into reloading per se, but we're talking about, having a separate powder charger. And I said, I don't want one. I ain't buying one because I've got one already that's on my turret press. I have it all hooked up here. Why do I want to make extra work for myself? Well, it turns out I was going through some reloading stuff, and in a box down there, I found a powder measurer, brand spanking new. Haven't even opened it. God knows where it came from. I must have bought it and decided I didn't want to use it. That's how I'm just kind of, and I'm thinking, I come across stuff all the time that I've bought and forgot I bought it. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, you must not have needed it if that's the case.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like these things here on my, people can see them on my thing here. It's how I load my primers on this system. I mean, there's two of these. There's a large and a small for the size of the primers. You get two of these plastic diamond-shaped things to put the primers in. Then you get the feeding who dicky thing here, and you get two of those and stuff. And where I'm going with this is the other two I wore them out. So I bought two more. And when the two new ones came in, I was going through some other boxes of stuff, and guess what I found? Two brand new ones of these that I bought years ago and forgot I had them. I have a bad habit of doing that, buying stuff that I need and forgetting that I actually already purchased it once already. Oh, dear. So I just thought I'd just mention that. Oh, this is a little trick I learned. If anybody's got one of these Lee primer things, put a washer on the end, and it will go back and forth a hell of a lot better when you're pushing this in to push your primer out. I'm just, a little trick I learned. So there we go. I'll just mention that.
Well, sounds like you might need some better organization, more organized, some type of visual way, so that way you got an idea what parts you got, what parts you don't. So
yeah,
I've been guilty of doing the same, not necessarily with that stuff, but I couldn't find a tape measure and I'm on my way to an estimate or something. Like, you can't show up without a tape measure. What kind of shit is this? So I'm old school. I'm not the guy like Squib calls with the tablet and the laser eye or whatever the hell he's doing. I don't know, but
you You go with the yellow pad, a pencil, and a tape measure.
Yeah, I'm running a tape. Well, real old school, bust out a damn ruler stick that unfolds and shit.
Oh yes, I remember those. Yeah,
and they never get it wrong either. But I'm newer school than that, but still old school. So
yeah,
I like the Stanley tape measure. But anyway, so I've got like probably 2 in my car, probably 3, 4 in my truck. There's one sitting on the table over here. There's one in the office over there. I got one in the hallway. I got them every freaking where now. So basically, just anywhere I am, there's a tape measure, because I've had to buy them, knowing I had one, but somebody pulled it out or this or that or whatever. So I've got, 20 of the same damn thing, basically. So,
yeah.
but
it
gets old sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing, luckily, that I was looking through stuff, right? With the new dies I'm getting, it doesn't come. See, with the system I use with the Lee, to load powder on the press, you've got to use a charging die, right? And they sell you a kit with a large and a small, depending on the size of the cartridge. Well, I got the kit here. The small's not in it because I use it for 223. So when I bought that a couple of years ago, I bought this kit. It's about $30, I think, for it. Well, the other day when I said, I got to do 308s, I got to buy the dies, I was saying, I've got to buy one of those charging kits because I need the tall dies. Because what it basically is, it's a powder. The powder just flows through it. That's all it's for, And I forgot I already bought one, and I put it on my order. But luckily, I managed to take it off before I sent the order out, because I found I already had one. Talking about trying to be organized, I happened to find this. But also with this, you've got to have the auto disc riser that you put on top of here. Then you put the powder thing on top of that, because you need it to clear this thing as it goes around. See? And I was going to buy another one of those, and they're about $15, $16. But I got one. See, I got so much shit, I keep forgetting what I got.
Yeah. They maybe take inventory, throw it on a list or something, or throw that stuff in somewhere where it's all in one area. So if you're
that's what I've been doing the last
few days. Buying something, you can scan through real quick.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been storing it all, over here if I can remember what it is.
Yep.
So where's that?
Yeah. And sometimes we're smart and think ahead and buy things we think we're going to need. And then when you need them, you totally forgot you bought them. So
yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, it's a good idea to check. So because that kind of,
Yeah. Hey, I mean, for guys who got cameras, I'll hold it up. I mean, that's what I was talking about, this powder measurer thing. Brand spanking new, right in the box. Instructions there, too. I forgot I even had it.
You mean for the sighted people?
Yeah. For the people that are looking at the screen. I mean, you're not looking at the camera, are you?
Yeah, I can see you on here.
Oh, did you see that then?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I can see you fine. I just can't see the chat at all.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you couldn't see all of it. So
yeah, I see you, me. Then there's my logo, and below that it says you're in the chat. Everybody can see and hear you. So.
Jacob S says my dad still uses one of those stick rulers.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
That is the perfect powder measure. That is what it is. That's what I was talking about in the afternoon chat, Tony. That was the thing that I found. So Abigail's finally showing up as I'm about ready to call it quits. Got to do the quiz, don't forget. And I'm going to be honest with you. My question was, I wanted to know what the most popular hunting cartridge was. And I've been talking about it for 2 months now. of course, it was the answer is the 308. You know, where in the hell did I have it? I had it written down here somewhere. I know that much. But hell have I lost? I've lost it now. It's gone. But that was the answer I was looking for. I'm pretty certain it was. That was the question, right? Before I get mixed up here. Oh yeah. Yeah, what was the big game hunting cartridge in the world? Most popular. And that was the 308. That's the answer I got. Now, I get, as you know, most of these questions and answers I find on Google. You know, so if it's wrong, don't blame me. I'm just a messenger. So, but anyway, I'm disappointed. I only had one entry, believe it or not. And that's upsetting. It really is. But I keep on doing it, hoping you guys will join in one day. And so the winner is the one and only Jacob S. He's the only one that entered, and he got it right. So there we go. Just for you guys who wanted to know. You know? Yeah. So Jacob S., you're the winner again. And I'll get this package out to you. You know? So anyway. So for the new quiz, which I should have done last week, but I will be doing the drawing for the January quiz on February the 5th. That's the first Wednesday of the month. So I'll be doing the drawing for this quiz for the question I'm going to give you now. All right? So the question, where is it? Oh, yeah, a real easy one. Hoping more of you will join in. Or shall I make them harder? I don't know. That's where my dilemma. But my question is, this is an email quiz, so don't blurt it out in the chat. Email it to me. What I wanted to know is, what is the second most visited grave at Arlington National Cemetery? What is the second most visited grave at Arlington National Cemetery? Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by the 5th of February, and you'll be in for the swag pack drawing. There you go. No, you answered the correct 308 there, Jacob. You know, so Patriot says, does Rick's voice remind anyone of Dan Pyle? I hope not. I thought I was my own unique person. You know? So.
Very unique. Definitely unique. That's one way of putting it. And steak sauce on everything. French bread pizza weekly. You're definitely unique.
I'm having pizza tonight.
And just see, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
you're something. And if I didn't know better, I'd still think you're a spy. You know, no mac and cheese. I don't know.
So, anyway, I'm going to wind it up because I can smell my pizza right now. It smells good. So, I'm about ready to wind this up unless anybody's got... Well, you got any closing statements, plugs, or anything there, New York Outcast?
Well, I guess a warning for people, and you know, if you care for somebody, if you love them, don't buy them a used Audi. Yeah, loved ones don't buy loved ones used Audis.
I don't know where this one's coming from. I must have missed something.
Other than that, thanks for coming by. Have a great day, everybody. Great week. Try to stay warm, cool, depending on where you're at, whatever situation is. Eat some salad. And we'll catch you next week.
Or if you really love somebody, don't buy them a Coke Python.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, at least you got some value there. It's not going to be in the shop every other week, and it's different.
Now that's like if you get, if you happen to separate and get divorced, who gets to keep the Coke Python?
Ooh, make sure you keep the Python, and give the Audi to the other.
Okay.
Do yourself a favor.
Yes. So there you go. You heard it from the man himself. So, Tony York said that was Denver Pile. Abigail said I thought it was Gomer Pile. I'm my own unique person, people. So there we go. So for everybody in the chat, I want to say thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. But I'm going to go eat my pizza. So I want you all to have a great time. Thanks for stopping by. Be careful out there if you were you got caught in that strip of snow and freezing ice like I did. Be careful if we're above it or below it. You should be doing okay. So with that, I'm going to say good evening, and I will see you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. If you got any topics or anything like that, email them to me. I can use them, no problem. So there we go. And let me know also, think about it, guys. You want me to go back to being, the political-ish channel like I was before, where I'll get all worked up? Just let me know. So with that, I'm going to say good evening. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Sabrina, or good night.